Welcome back to Board Games Daddy. Before opening this game, Magellan Elcano, I want you to help me. We are almost getting to the 3,000 subscribers, so if you could leave a like and consider subscribing, that will be truly helpful for me to continue bringing this awesome content, more games, and growing this community. What do we have today? Today is a game about Magalhães and Elcano the ship. Magalhães, or Magellan in English, was the first guy. I think this game is called Magellan in English. First person, the Portuguese guy that circumnavigated the world, the first one that go around the globe and prove that the world is not flat, as some of you guys think. So from Pythagoras games, it's a card game, very thematic, historically, and it's what are the stats here? So 2 to 5, good, 8, 30 minutes. So let's see what is inside. Oh, let's see first what this says here. The king has arrived to watch the fleet set sail. 5 mighty ships, commanded by 5 shrewd captains. The cannons roar, giving the departure signal. The anchors are pulled up and the sails unfurled. The voyage that will circle the globe has just begun. So you'll need to prepare your own armada to circle the world, not necessarily Magellan or with the ship that you used, but you'll need to travel the world. Let's see how you need to do that. So that's the Portuguese version of the game, but I've seen it in English. So if you probably could find out of Portugal the name the game looking exactly like that, but called Magellan. So inside there's a big manual, but that's because it has the Portuguese rules and then the Spanish rules and probably the English as well. Yeah, English rules. So let's stick with English for for the purpose of this video. So September 20, 1519. The activity on the deck is frantic. Sailors run the side to side, loading the final batch of supplies on the royal stand set up in the harbor. The preparation is intense. The king has arrived to watch the fleet set sail. 5 mighty ships commanded by 5 shrewd captains whose intelligence will put to the test in the years to come. The cannons roar, giving the departure signal. The anchors are pulled up and the sails unfurled. The voyage that will circle the globe has begun. So what is the objective of the game? Each player assumes the role of one of these captains, thus the 5 captains. And to win the game, the captain must have the skills to manage the crew and to fight with the few required to use more or less resources. During the game, several oceans, there are 3 oceans that you need to conquer, will be up for grabbing. Captains play their crews on the table in an attempt to collect each of those ocean cards and their victory points. And during their turn, they have the option to stop placing cards and carry on, increasing the crew value. Okay. So the art is very thematic. You'll have each player will have their own deck with crew. The crew will have a value of the card above with your color or a color below. Okay, and there are the ocean cards, 6 ocean cards per color. So you have the red, the green, and the blue, which correspond to these colors here, and also the storm cards, which could be like an expansion. This is a first player card, and the way you play that is you have the oceans in the middle, and then each player have their cards in their hands around, including their decks, and you'll be bidding for the cards that come out. Okay, so not bidding, so you have you draw the cards from the oceans, and the cards will have powers to be conquered. So you need to use your ship colors to your card colors from your crew to be able to conquer that, to cross that sea. So here the red is having a 9. This guy has pa for blue. This guy only has a 5 when attempting to conquer the oceans. Okay, basically that's it. And then in the end you count, when the game ends and scoring, you count the values of the your oceans, 2 victory points for each ocean you're able to grab. So it's not easy because it will depend. I'm sorry, it will depend on the cards that you have on your hands in order to conquer. Okay, so let's see this example. Marianne won the game. Marianne, I have a battery warning here on my phone. Marianne won the game with 16 points coming from 5 oceans she conquered. So 4 plus 6, 10, plus 6, the 16 points. She was able to win this. Rita also ended the game with, so this was Marianne, but Rita also ended the game with 60 victory points. Two crew cards remained in their hand. She did not place them in the round. Marianne ended the game with a single crew card in her hand. Marianne won because she adds a maximum value of 7, while Rita adds 2 cards with a maximum value of 6. So yeah, that card, that's a strange card, probably the powerful card, there's 7 there. Yeah, but she was able to hold a 7, which is more than this, so she untied. Also a 2-player version, a 5-player version, okay. Oh, with 5 players you use the storms. Yeah, the storms are for 5 players. So the storm introduces the 4th deck, which are the storms, and the storms are valued 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and you can compete for them as well. And I guess there's no colors for conquering the storms, so I just have a 2. Let's see here. So you get the points from the storm, so it increases for 5 players the chances. So that seems like, then if you're playing with 5 and you only have 3 decks and the storms, one of the players will not get anything. So tough game. Okay, so now a bit of history here. Fernando Magalhães, there it is, the guy that circumnavigated, born in 1418 in the north of Portugal. He was a major navigator of the 1500s and planned one of the main achievements of that age, the first circumnavigation around the globe. Since early stages, Magalhães, or Magellan, was in search for glory, for which he ventured into the seas. He ventured to India, where he served under the command of prominent figures such as Dom Francisco de Almeida or Afonso de Albuquerque, which are famous Portuguese historical characters. Okay. Have fallen to disgrace in the court of the King of Portugal, Dom Manuel I, or Dom Manuel I. He headed to Seville there with the help of cosmographer Rui Faleiro and other fellow companions. He drafted a plan to navigate, heading west, so he went west, attempting to prove that the Molucca Islands were outside the Portuguese hemisphere, as defined by the Tordesillas Treaty some years before. Okay, I don't know where the Molucca Islands are. But then he continued in March 1518. Magellan Faleiro signed a commitment with Carlos of Spain, future Emperor Carlos V, to ensure the support and funding of the voyage. Unfortunately, he died during his voyage on the 27th of April in 21 in the Philippines in a fight. So actually, he never circumnavigated, but his trip indeed circumnavigated the world. But he was not able to complete because he died during the trip. And then this guy here, Juan Sebastián del Cano. So remember the name of the game? Del Cano. Born in whatever, in the small village in Spain, in the Basque country, for several years working on marine retrievals. Del Cano volunteered to take part of the circumnavigating voyage. He started the voyage aboard the ship Victoria, commanded with Luis de Mendoza. After Magalhães died, he assumed the command. Okay, so he was the guy that finished. So Elcano is not a ship, but is it a ship or I don't know, because this guy is Delcano. There says Elcano, the journey. Maybe it clarifies here. What was the journey then? The journey in 1519, a fleet of 5 ships, 235 men on board sailed from Saluncar under the command of Fernando Magalhães. Aboard Trinidad, another 4 ships followed suit, commanded by, so lots of commanders. You'll be one of these commanders. Okay. Some of the members on board have left a written testimony of the voyage, enabling us to become knowledge of the diary on board, daily on board routines. Such are the cases of accounts by Antonio Pigafetta, which is the guy. Antonio Pigafetta is this guy, the guy from the first player card. So he is this way here. He is Pigafetta card. He is immortalized in the game Pigafetta. One of the hardest parts of the voyage took place between the Magellan Strait. Where's the Magellan Strait? Crossing and the arrival to the Mariana Islands. Where is the Magellan Strait? The uncertainty, the storms, and the lack of fresh food water caused the death of many sailors. Typical. Those who survived with low morale fed themselves in desperation, eating mice and even the leather coating the masts. Jeez. Wow, what an experience. The death of Magellan put in motion the chain of events. The mistrust of the natives led to a treason plot, and some sailors were murdered during a banquet offered by King Umabon. Delcano then undertook the return trip in command of the ship Victoria. He chose not to follow the same route and opted to sail across Portuguese-controlled waters. The voyage came to an end only with 18 sailors or more. Only with 18 sailors or more. And one ship loaded with spices. Men of several nationalities were on board of the 5 ships. The first circumnavigation voyage represented an important expedition, as it made clear that the seas are interlinked, and it enabled to map regions of the globe never sailed before. The game is based on historical facts, but does not attempt to simulate or to mimic real events. Wow. So let's take a look at the cards now that we had this historical punch now. Let's see. These sailors. Again, that's the box and just a deck of cards. Nothing else, no tokens, no nothing. Here you have lots of different cards. Okay, so this is the first player. That's the Pigafetta card, the first player card. Now I'm going to separate a bit. Okay, so the decks have different names for the different players. Let's see. So this is another one, and another one, and another one. Remember, there were 5 ships. One of them was called the Santiago. So the Santiago, like this, the Santiago 7 power, Juan Serrano. Oh, they have different names. Oh, cool. The powerful card there. This ship guy, the seagull. So I guess the colors will change, but this is all the crew that were on the Santiago. Yeah, the art is the same. They just changed the coloring. Yeah, not much of a variety here. Okay, so the 4 green is to be used for the Green Ocean, to conquer the Green Ocean, and that's it. I guess it's going to be very similar with the Trinidad. There's the Trinidad there. The Magellan went on the Trinidad, as we probably read. And then the rest of the guys, they all look exactly the same. Yeah. So the way you differentiate these cards is from their backs. Victoria, there's Victoria, and Juan Sebastian Elcano. There's Elcano there, the Spanish guy that finished the trip. So I'm learning about the history now. So these games are good. Very pedagogic. I'm learning. San Antonio. There's San Antonio and Juan de Cartagena. Wow. They all started very strong, very, very empowered, and then only 18 came back, right? Then the Concepcion. Leaded by the Gaspar Quesada. Yeah, so cool. You'll be feeling like I'm owning one of these ships. Then the oceans. Let's see the oceans. So there's the red ocean cards. Oh, they have it really. Although the card looks the same, yeah, they all look the same, but you have. So cool. This is like the milestone of the trip. So this year, they arrived to Tenerife and then Bahia Santa Lucia, Bahia San Julian, Cabo Virgenes, wow. Rio de la Plata, so they arrived to Argentina here. Todos os Santos. And then the blue ocean is different. Where is this? Nova Guinea. So this is on the Pacific. Ready. Cabo Desejado, Isla de los Ladrones, Cebu. Cebu is that's Philippines. Yeah, that's on the other side. That's Southeast Asia already. Cebu, Borneo, Tindore, Mar del Timor, so Timor, yeah. And then, oh, so sad. This one doesn't have anything. This one, does it say there? Persia, Persia, that's Persia, right? Why haven't they include anything here? No landmarks. Oh, so sad. So sad. Oh, let's see the back. So Persia, Asia, and then America. America. So so Indian Ocean. Yes, Indian Ocean here. That's India and Persia. Pacific Ocean, America and Australia, between America and Australia. That looks so cool. And then the other one must be the only ocean. Mare, Mare Pacificum, and then ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. So by that time, they call different names. So this was the ocean, and then this was the mare. Oh, okay, go figure. What about what's left here? So there's some kind of offering here. If you buy one ticket, receive another one for free on the Museum of the Maritime Museum. Oh, in all these places. Only valid in one of those places below. Oh, the planetary. That's a cool place. I visited all these places because I live nearby. So cool. Oh, they have the storms. Yes. So the fourth deck. Whoa! Look at that. That's is flying. Is like taking the wave and flying like a ramp. So that's the last for the expansion for the fifth player. I think this game is cool. It looks cool. It has this. I guess I'm playing this and listening to Vangelis Conquest of Paradise, the soundtrack from the movie with Christopher Columbus, right? No, 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 no. That would make a great music for playing this game. And I hope you have enjoyed it and you have felt the same excitement that I'm feeling right now about it. To the point that you remember leaving a like and consider subscribing for more games that I bring in this channel. Thank you very much for watching until the end, and I see you on the next one. Goodbye.